The first one we bought at 35,000. We needed a lot of renovation in that. We needed right around 60,000 worth of renovations in that. We put that in. We cash out refied. And with closing costs, everything, we're in this property for maybe 10,000 out of pocket. So very minimal down payment. We have about 38,000 worth of equity in that problem from the property from the appraisal. So we've already increased our profits on the books, which is great. But the best part about it is with this property, our mortgage payment's $900 a month. And we just put a tenant in Section 8 for $1,700 a month. So we're profiting $800 a month off of that property.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kessel. And today I'm joined by someone that I'm looking forward to chatting with, Chad Apap, who's been making serious moves as a realtor as well as investor who has done 4 properties in the past year. So excited to have you here on the show today, Chad.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from your knowledge of investing and just knowing what deals are the right ones for people to buy into. So let's dive in.
Awesome.
Yeah. So first off, for those not familiar with you and your world yet, can you give the short version of what your main focus is?
Certainly. About 5 years ago, I got my real estate license and have been a residential realtor for the last 5 years. Probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I started working with some investors, some flippers, helping them sell their properties after they flip them. And I really got to learn firsthand what to look for in properties, what is important, where you make your money, where you lose your money. And so at this point, I've been a very successful realtor, top 100 in the state of Michigan. So I have a pretty good resume as a realtor. But now I'm really getting into the investor world, and I'm helping myself as well as others identify those properties and really start making money buying real estate and not just selling real estate.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that you're using your real estate knowledge to get into the investing world.
Yep.
What markets are you operating in?
So really anything in Michigan, we're doing now. We haven't ventured outside of Michigan. Our focus is in Detroit, because I really feel that Detroit is just a hidden gem. Um, it's the places like from 10 years ago in 2015, so many people today we said, oh, I wish I would have bought then because the prices were so low that like 10 years later, how much money would you make? It's just unbelievable.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And Detroit still has those opportunities. The market of Detroit since 2021 is up about 400% and has been clipping, the 2021, 2022 was up around 60% both of those years. The last year, it's right now still trending in a plus 30% trend. So it's just doing amazing things. And there's a lot of potential to not only make money holding properties and renting them out, but also with long-term appreciation.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great that you are seeing the value in that market that you're in.
For sure.
So, yeah, what are some of the main things that you're doing in your business that are allowing it to run smoothly?
Okay. So in our investor business, the biggest thing is right now we're just focusing on not overextending ourselves too much. Um, any flip possibilities or wholesale possibilities, we definitely look to take advantage of those, especially if we can wholesale them. We've probably let a couple properties go with a wholesale that we could have maybe made 5 or 10,000 more on, but it allowed us to get an influx of cash quickly to buy some hold properties. And one thing I think too many people focus on one or the other, either flipping or just buying and holding. And I think you need a healthy balance of both. You need that influx of cash for sure to buy more properties. But if you're not holding and generating income, then a year later, if you flipped all your properties, you may have more money than you started with, but you don't have anything. You have no long-term appreciation. You have no monthly income coming in, where in the blink of an eye, you probably could make the same amount of money that you would have flipping just holding on to these properties.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. So, what are you most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
Yeah, so really the goal right now is really our scale is as many buy and holds as possible. We're using the flip techniques again just for influxes of cash, but we bought 2 hold properties already this year. The first one we bought at 35,000. We needed a lot of renovation in that. We needed right around 60,000 worth of renovations in that. We put that in. We cash out refied. And with closing costs, everything, we're in this property for maybe 10,000 out of pocket. So very minimal down payment. We have about 38,000 worth of equity in that problem from the property from the appraisal. So we've already increased our profits on the books, which is great. But the best part about it is with this property, our mortgage payment's $900 a month. And we just put a tenant in Section 8 for $1,700 a month. So we're profiting $800 a month off of that property. We have our second hold that we just did as well. And likewise, same sort of technique. We bought it for 70. We're going to put about 10 in. We'll cash out refinance. This one, we probably will be able to pull out 5,000 extra than we started with. So it's going to help our bank account go up and get the next property. But more importantly, again, we're going to make about 500 a month.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
On that one, Section 8. So we in essence turned 2 properties into about 50 to 60,000 worth of equity, and it's currently generating us 1,200 a month in profit. Which again is just going to help us build our portfolio. What our ultimate goal is we want to get between 40 and 60 homes over the next 5 years. And when we do that, the expectation is that each one we're going to make, probably about 500 average on. So if we had 60 homes, we'd be generating 30,000 a month in income, or 360,000 a year. But the best part is within a 5-year time period, these houses all should have at least 100,000 worth of equity in them. So we also will create a $6 million equity position and really set ourselves up nicely, and all by just buying right and at good price points in the city of Detroit.
Awesome. Sounds like a exciting goal and profitable
It
strategy
is,
to get there.
for sure.
So I know that you mentioned you like to support people with getting started on investing. How are you doing that?
Yeah, so ironically enough, the last house we bought, the client who sold it to us, it was their old family home, and it was her and her brothers. They had inherited the home, and they just had to sell it because they weren't all in agreement what to do. But that client reached back out to me, and she told me, she's like, "Listen, I'm going to be retiring in the next 4 to 5 years, and I need to get some properties and generating some income, so that way I can retire and have some extra income and be all right." So I'm literally able to help the lady. This was a unique one. I was able to buy this house on land contract, so again, very minimal out of my pocket. But I'm basically turning around and teaching her how to take the money she just made from selling me this house and buy other properties and do things for her and do the exact same thing that I'm doing myself.
Amazing. What are some tips or strategies that you have for people that are considering getting started with investing?
Yep. No, that's a great question. So, no matter where you're investing, I think there's simple rules that I look for that, people will ask me all the time, is this a good investment? Is this a good investment? One of the quick tests that I do is just the 1.5% rule. And what that is my rents, I always want to be minimum 1.5% of what my purchase price is. So for instance, if I'm buying at 100,000 a year, I need my rents to minimum be 1,500 a year. Now, it's really a home run when you can find those areas and spots that you can get 2%. So for instance, that property I'm making the 800 a month off of, we're 2% of what our all in is on that property. And with that, it's how we're able to get such great cash flow. So, those are just simple things as a new investor that you can do that really, really can help you identify what's a good property or not, is just look at what the rents in the area are. And whatever those are, you're looking for properties. that are just, fit that 1.5 to 2% rule. So to make sure that you're going to be making money in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important to make sure your investments are making money and not losing money.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that every business owner goes through those experiences where,
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
things are maybe more challenging, a deal could go sideways, or you have to pivot fast. Have you had one of these experiences so far in your investing journey that you could share about?
100%. Not with my current partner, but some previous partners. Just had one situation where we bought a great property, and it was just from there, it was a comedy of errors afterwards. We got a great price. We had to put about 50,000 into it. Our expectation was that from rents in the area that we would it was a duplex, that we would get about 1,600 per unit a month in rent. So we were expecting about 3,200 a month in rent. And just whether it was time of year, whatever, we couldn't rent this property out to save our lives. We were down to advertising at 1,200 a month and still struggling to find tenants for it. On top of that, the city was a huge pain for us. It took us 5 months to get a certificate of occupancy, which should only take you 2 or 3 weeks. But every time the city came out, they said, "Oh, you fixed what we had before, but here we want you to fix these things now." So it was like the money grab from the city. And I think the final straw for us was our taxes should have been reassessed at a taxable value of around 40 to 50,000. And they came in and assessed us at 120,000. So they were going to have the taxes, close to 3 times what they should have been. We tried to dispute them. They denied it. I could have fought it more, and I'm sure I could have ended up winning that. But it was just at this point, it was just like, we don't have anyone placed. We don't have anything. So with this particular property, it was just time to get out and lick your wounds and call it a day. Fortunately, we were able to sell it and not take a loss. Like we took a little bit of a loss on paper, but once we got the benefits of the tax write-offs on it, I think we ended up making, 2 or 3 thousand off of it with the tax write-offs. So, it wasn't a total loss, but it was definitely sometimes one of those deals you have to just know when to walk away, that it's not going to be a long-term good hold for you.
Yeah, I think that's important to know when to walk away and get the lesson for the other opportunities that are ready for you.
100%.
What are some of the lessons so far that you've learned through investing?
Um, I think one of this is going to be a really unique, interesting one, but make friends with the neighbors where you buy. Um, when you don't do that, depending on what areas and things like that, people know when houses are vacant, and you just open your door up for vandalism, for theft, for things like that, for potential squatters. Whereas when you go in and you identify a neighborhood you want to be in, meet the neighbors, go knock on the door, give them your information, get their information, because they'll keep an eye on things for you. They'll let you know, do this, don't do this. Hey, somebody was around your house, and just let you know to go go check them out. So I think that's one of the best lessons I think I've learned that no one really talks about is just like you would in your own neighborhood, get to know your neighbors, be a neighbor, be a friend. Get that help watching out for your property because it's a huge investment for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've also never heard that. So I think that's some great advice for people to do. And it's quite simple.
Yep.
Awesome. When it comes to growing your business, whether that's through building relationships and networking, what are some of the things that have made the biggest difference for you?
Networking hands down is the biggest thing. You should be joining as many real estate investment groups as you can, going to as many functions as you can for investors, because I can't tell you how many people are now calling me with deals. So I'm no longer out there hunting and trying to find that perfect deal. I'm just deciding on which ones I want to take advantage of. So through networking, it has been very vital to me. I found contractors, I found people helping me build, I found property managers, even some hard money and some things like that. It's been really instrumental for us to even get to where we are, because we literally started with $0 in the bank account, and me and my partner each had $10,000 that we could chip in for a project. So, we're not that story of, oh, we started with 500,000 and look at what we're doing. We literally started, from base one a year ago, $0 in the bank account. Each of us had $10,000 seed money that we could, just sort of start the company and the business with. And, again, not quite a year later, we're generating 1,200 a month in income. We have 60,000 in equity, and we have about 6 or 7,000 in our bank account. So we're in a really, really great position. And just by networking and meeting people, the opportunities are coming to us. So it's really helping us take advantage of those opportunities when they come.
Amazing. Yeah, that's so important. Relationships can take you far in this space.
100%.
Great. So, before we wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out, connect, collaborate, learn more from you, where can people reach you and find you?
Yeah, hey. So you can find me on Instagram, Chad Apap Realtor. You can always just reach out direct or direct message me. If you want, you're more than welcome to call my cell phone 248-755-2762. But those are probably the two best places to catch me at. And whatever questions you have, whatever help you need, please reach out. I would love to help you do exactly what I'm doing and grow you and your business as well.
Perfect. Well, listen, I appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yes. And for those listeners tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators just like Chad who are building real businesses. We'll see you on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.